Okay, now welcome back to our second lesson. Okay, in our previous lesson, we were talking about the atoms that makes up the element. And you need to remember the last time we said that we have our nucleus, okay, and our nucleus is made up of the protons and the neutrons. Okay. And then we have the energy levels. Our energy levels, that is where we find our electrons that are negatively charged. Okay, so we have here our neutrons. They don't have a charge, they are neutral. And then we have our protons. Okay, and these two are known as the nucleons. Okay, because they are found in the nucleus and they are the ones that makes up the mass of the atom. Okay, and then we have our electrons. So basically, this is the structure of an atom, okay, where we have our protons in nucleus, and then we have our electrons. Now, you need to understand the fact that the elements are made up of the same kind of an atom. Now today we are going to concentrate more on the elements. Okay, like I told you previously that the elements are made up, they are made up of atoms of the same kind. Okay, now each element has a place on the periodic table. Periodic table. Now you may wonder, what is that periodic table? Okay, now the periodic table looks like this. Okay, so this is our periodic table. Let me find out if this video is still stationed well. Okay, so this is our periodic table. Now the periodic table is made up of these elements. So this is actually the table. Now each element has got a place. You can even see that this is one element, another element, and they are placed in the verticals and also in horizontals. Okay, now they are placed vertically, okay, according to the number of electrons that they have on their outermost energy level. Okay, and some of them are actually placed horizontal. So when they are in the same horizontal, they mean they have the energy level that is at their outermost is the same. Okay, now, so don't worry about the periodic table. Okay, we are going to discuss this in detail in our next lesson, but I just wanted you to have an idea of what is actually a periodic table and where do we find these elements here. Okay, now you need to understand that in that periodic table that I have shown you, some of of the atoms do not exist, or some of the elements do not exist on their own. They are known as the diatomic elements. Okay, they are known as diatomic elements. Okay, now these diatomic elements, it means that on the periodic table, they do not exist on their own. Okay, they are double. Okay, instead of them just being one atom, they are actually double. And on the periodic table, we have 7 of those. Okay, of the diatomic element. Okay, we have hydrogen. Okay, we have nitrogen. That is why we write this small 2 here. It means that it is nitrogen and nitrogen that is actually bonded together. They cannot exist on their own, hence they are known as diatomic elements. Okay, and then we have oxygen. We have also fluorine. Okay, we have chlorine as well. We have and lastly we have our iodine. Okay, so these are the 7 diatomic elements that you find on the periodic table. Okay, so I don't want to give you a lot of information about this. I just want you to understand the fact that the atoms are the ones that makes up the elements, and these elements, where do we find them? We find them on the periodic table. And on the periodic table, they are not just placed, they are placed vertically according to the number of electrons that they have on their outermost charge, energy level. Okay, and they are also placed horizontally, which are known as periods. And lastly, you need to understand that we also have what is known as the diatomic elements, and these elements, they do not exist on their own. They are double, but remember, they are identical, and these are the 7 diatomic elements that you find on the periodic table. I hope you are going to go through your books. Please check into your textbooks, familiarize yourself with how the periodic table is designed, and try to know some of these elements that you find here on the periodic table. But I want you to understand now there's 7 diatomic elements. So until we meet again, it's cheers for now.